Imagine you order a pizza online 30 minutes later. The pizza arrives. Simple, right? But what if I told you that behind that one order, there are many systems at work? One service found your address, another one checked whether you had enough money, yet another selected the nearest restaurant, another system assigned a delivery driver, another one tracked the driver's location, and finally, another service sent you the text message.
Your pizza is arriving in 5 minutes.
All of these tiny systems work together without you ever noticing. Welcome to the world of microservices and APIs. And if you're studying for the Security Plus exam, you absolutely need to understand this. So let's make it ridiculously simple. Years ago, software was usually built as one giant application. Everything lived together. The login page, the payment system, the shopping cart, the product catalog, the messaging system. For comparison, imagine one gigantic Swiss Army knife. It does everything. Sounds convenient, right? Until one tiny blade breaks. Now the entire knife becomes unusable. That's exactly what happens with a monolithic application. If one feature crashes, sometimes the whole application crashes. And updating one feature often means redeploying everything. Not ideal at all. Now, imagine replacing that giant Swiss Army knife with a complete toolbox. Each tool in the toolbox has exactly one job, such as hammer, screwdriver, pliers, wrench. If one tool breaks, the others continue working. That's exactly how microservices work. Instead of building one huge application, developers build dozens, sometimes hundreds of tiny independent services. One service handles login, another one handles payments, another service manages inventory, another sends emails, yet another recommends products. Each service works independently, and this makes software faster to update, easier to scale, and much more reliable. This is simpler, right? Now comes the interesting question. If all these tiny services are separate, how do they communicate? That's where APIs come in. API stands for Application Programming Interface. Think of an API as a waiter in a restaurant. You don't walk into the kitchen of the restaurant. You don't cook your own food there. Instead, when you go to a restaurant, you are seated at a table and then you tell the waiter what you want. The waiter delivers your request to the kitchen. The kitchen prepares the food. The waiter brings it back to you for eating. Here, the waiter is similar to the API, and the kitchen is similar to a microservice. Simple. Now, let's go back to our pizza app. You make your choice, add it to your cart, and you click Place Order. The order service first sends an API request to the payment service. The payment service approves the payment. Then it sends another API request to the restaurant service. The restaurant service prepares the pizza. Next, another API contacts the delivery service. Finally, the notification service sends you a text. Every single step happens through APIs. Without APIs, microservices would have no way to communicate to you that
your pizza is arriving in 5 minutes.
Now here's the cybersecurity part. Every API is a doorway, and every doorway can become an attack surface. Hackers love attacking APIs. Why? Because APIs often expose valuable data, such as user accounts, passwords, credit cards, medical records, and customer information. If developers don't secure APIs properly, attackers may steal sensitive data, modify information, or even take control of applications. That's why Security Plus emphasizes protecting APIs using authentication, authorization, encryption with HTTPS, API keys, OAuth, input validation, and rate limiting. If you understand APIs, you're already thinking like a cybersecurity professional. Here's the easiest way to remember this for the exam. Microservices equals small independent workers. API equals messenger between workers. That's it. If you remember the pizza delivery story, you'll never forget the difference. If this explanation finally made microservices and APIs click, hit the like button, subscribe to Cyber Technology for Security Plus concepts explained simply with stories you'll actually remember. And tell me in the comments which Security Plus topic should I simplify next. I'll see you soon in the next video.